Be blessed by the divine. On behalf of the World Community Service Center, Karnataka Zone, I am inviting each one of you join in the Atma Sangama program today. Today's topic is life is short, how to enjoy it. To deliver the speech on this topic, Sky Assistant Professor Arunidhi Srimati Tejaswani BL joined with us. Srimati Tejaswini has done her bachelor degree in commerce and doing it as voluntary in Maitreya Charitable Trust. As she was an internet researcher, she has done major research on the other yoga system. After the research, her finding is among all yoga system, Sky Yoga is the best yoga system for all around the development of an individual. Hence, she joined Sky Yoga and associating with the World Community Service Center since the year 2001. She did MA in Yoga for Human Excellency and doing service as assistant professor at Ashok Nagar Meditation Center, which is under Bangalore K.R. State Trust for past 19 years. Now, on behalf of the participants and all the World Community Service Centers in the Karnataka, I am inviting my Assistant Professor Arun Nidhi Srimati Tejaswini BL to deliver her valuable speech. Be blessed by the divine. Tejaswini Madam.
Be blessed by the divine. Be blessed by the divine. Be blessed by the divine. May the whole world may enjoy prosperity, wisdom, and peace. May the whole world may enjoy prosperity, wisdom, and peace. May the whole world may enjoy prosperity, wisdom, and peace. Respected seniors and my dear friends, it is my blessing to meet you all at this Atma Sangamam initiative taken by our World Community Service Center, Karnataka Zone. First of all, I would like to extend my gratitude to the Almighty, to my beloved Guru, Tattvajnani Shri Vedatri Maharishi, and to the Karnataka Zone in charge, Dr. Dhanapati Sir and Madam Dr. Vijaya. And of course, I would like to extend my gratitude to my senior professor, Dr. T.S. Kani, who's been guiding me into the spiritual practice since I started. And of course, my dear fellow participant, without you, this Atma Sangama meeting is still a great progress because of your participation. Today, my topic is life is short, how to enjoy it. See, recently, last week, I was in Aliar attending my master refreshment course. There, the different topics were discussed by our seniors. Whereas it says, God is one, life is worship, divine state, and several topics were discussed. Where it comes to my mind, life is worship. If life is worship, here my topic is a bit different from it, which says, life is short, how to enjoy it. We all know our lifespan, how it works. Life is nothing but it is between the birth and the death. In between birth and death, there is some span of life, which is called life. Here we will be seeing what is life, why it is short, how do you mean, what do you mean by enjoyment of this life. See here, before I would go into the meaning of the word life, there are different opinions people see when it comes to the word life. That is Life. Few opinions are like this: love, inspiration, freedom, and emotion. Living in faith every day. And the third, it says, live it fully every day. Another says here is love, inspiration, faith, education. And the last quote says here, in between of these words, you find a letter called Life, that is life. That is life, inspiration, forgive, remember, center. So these are few quotes which different background of people have different opinion on the word life. Now let us understand what is a life, the word life itself in the form of meaning. It says life is just get up and go. Life is an activity. Life is a growth. Life is being alive. Life is an energy. Life is the essence. You feel the taste of it. And remember the heart, which is the most important aspect. And remember the soul, which takes us our journey towards this life. Finally, reality is life. Now let's see in different languages what they call about this word life. As you know, in English, we call life, but in Hindi, we call it zindagi. And in Kannada, we call as jivana. In Tamil, we call it Valkai. And in Telugu, we call it Jeevitam. So it sounds so beautiful when we are pronouncing the word life in different languages. Now we saw a bit about life. Now let's see what is the meaning of short. Short is described as small, little, brief, temporary, short-lived, impermanent, short-term. Now, what people call the word short in different languages? They call it, in Hindi it says chota or kam, or in Kannada it says sanna. In Tamil it says kurugiya, and in Telugu it says chinnadi. So here we saw a bit about life and short. Now let's see what is enjoy. The meaning of enjoyment is like this. Enjoy means taking a delight or pleasure in activity or being pleasure experience in any occasion. To experience with joy in any situation is enjoy. Maharishi says, one of my seniors' speech I have heard, she says, experience is nothing but anubhavam. So now, when you can feel the state of mind of enjoyment, we get the feeling of enjoyment only when we start appreciating the things around us, we see life in everybody, and we see the love, the surroundings, we adore, we start appreciating, and it goes on like that. Now we saw the actual how it is close by connected to life, short, and enjoyment. Now, why we are discussing this topic is what matters now. See, in the race of life, like a race means I could say the duties, as Maharishi says, duty towards yourself, duty towards your family, duty towards your society is very, very important. But when you're doing this duty, are you enjoying yourself or are you putting yourself in a suffering? Is why this topic plays an important role. See, now here, before we go into the depth of how to take or how to do our duty with enjoyment, let us understand a little bit about our mind frequencies. When we are attending our sky, the introspection classes or the Brahmanyanam classes, we know very well that mind frequency is different. 4 stages are there. In that, the first stage, that is 14 to 40 cycle, is which is a normal state of mind of a human being. Once a person practice meditation, he start attending 8 to 13 cycle per second. That is alpha state of mind. So what happens at this alpha state of mind? In these states, our thoughts are encouraged for relation, to promote positivity, to decrease anxiety. And in scientific facts, it says when a frequency is reduced from 14 to 40 cycle, it increases the link to increase the concentration. It brings alertness. It brings the problem solving mentality, and it improves our memory. Now, how do we know how our mind frequency is reduced or not? Here, to see the difference of our mind frequency, an instrument is used called EEG, where our mind is, or a brain is measured, that is electroencephalogram. In this instrument, we are able to quickly analyze our state of mind and how it functions. When we amplify our brain or frequency, or when we increase the state, decrease the frequency and increase the, stability of maintaining the alpha frequency, in our sky system, it is very clearly mentioned. By practicing regular meditation, we are able to attain the alpha state of mind. But that is possible only when we do this meditation in a regular basis. When you're on a regular basis of meditations, you're able to achieve a regular alpha state of mind, which is nothing but it promotes a lot of positivity, and it is an antibiotic to our stress. While we are practicing sky yoga, we also come across the word consciousness. What is consciousness? A consciousness is the state of being aware of and responsive to our surroundings. A person with awareness state of mind, here it says, God is present everywhere. I am the God. Consciousness is God. The body is temple within which the divine consciousness resides. Therefore, I am the temple of consciousness. So while we saw life is short, how to enjoy it, and we came across how the frequency is connected to our enjoyment state of mind and how the consciousness is connected to ourself. With great excitement, I am sharing a story with you. This story, I think most of my friends know, but still, this story always inspires me whenever I feel low or whenever I feel depressed or whenever I feel something disturbed. The story comes like this. This story is happens in Gurukul, where students are under the control of monks. You know, as a children, when we are under control of somebody, definitely our children will get kind of an anxiety towards the the master or the guide. He may not like it when they wake up early. They may not like it, but still, because of parents forced them to be in Gurukul, they are forcefully stay in Gurukul. One day, what happens is a student want to make the monk feel that he is inferior. So what he does is he plans himself. One day, one of the monk students decided to attempt to discredit the monk special ability. That means he want to make the feel monk that he's not a intelligent person. The student came up with an elaborate plan to capture a butterfly and hide it in his hand. He, of course, know that the monk would know what he is holding. The student plan was that the monk would correctly state the object in his hand was a butterfly. Then he would proceed to ask the monk if the butterfly is dead or alive. If the monk said the butterfly was alive, the student would crush the butterfly with his hand so that when he opened the hands, the butterfly would be dead. If the monk said the butterfly was dead, then the student would open his hands and let the butterfly fly free. So, no matter what the monk said, the student would prove it a monk as a fraud. So, this is a plan of one student in the Gurukul. So, one day, what happens? The following week, the monk came down to the mountain into the village. And the student comes and shows up and asks, Sir, if you are a wise and talented, everyone believes you are. Please tell me whether the butterfly in my hand is dead or alive. For a moment, it appeared as if the monk was at loss for words. The student thought he finally cornered and the wise old man. In a moment, the monk looked at the boy straight into his wide eyes and then glanced at his closed hand and slowly shook his head from his side to side. That means the monk already came to know what the student was trying to prove. That means, see, the moral of the story is like this. The same principle is applied to our life, our present and our future. We shouldn't blame others because something didn't go as we wished. A failure should be viewed as an opportunity for a new, more prosperous beginning. We are responsible for our own actions. We are responsible for what we overcome. Our life is in our own hands, just like a butterfly. It is all in your hand to do what you choose with. So I think, dear friends, that's why I said life is short. how we can enjoy it, because it is in our hand. So this story is always very inspiring to me, and I'm very, very excited, and I'm always excited to share with everybody. See, every day we live our life, every day we do our duties, because we are come into this world for the purpose. Now, while seeing the harmony, in our family, we should also keep our mind that I am, is that I am in harmony? You should ask yourself, am I happy? Am I enjoying this life? Am I enjoying the every moment of the life? Am I living in present? We need to ask, or we need to introspect ourselves, that is this life I am living for myself, or I am living for the others? This question should be asked. I'm not telling that live your life 360-degree only for yourself. That becomes a selfish life. What I meant is, when you're doing your duties, keep some amount or some percentage of your life for your own happiness. Because in Vedatrium, it is very clearly says that to bring harmony in our life, we have to tolerance, that is Sagiputanmai, adjustment, that is Vittukoduthal, and sacrifice, Tyagam. So, when these main important terms like tolerance, adjustment, and sacrifice, sometimes we should be very conscious to see, am I forgetting myself? Am I really doing justice for myself? Because only when we are happy, we can spread happiness. Only when we love ourselves, we can share love with others. Only when we show compassion to ourselves, we can show compassion toward others. Only when we find solution for ourselves, we are able to create solution for others. So in Maharishi's concept, it is very clearly mentioned that thoughts are the process through which mind compares the fresh experience with earlier ones. Thoughts which have their own roots in noble sentiments like contentment, tolerance, charity, chastity, integrity, and forgiveness arises in the expanded state of mind. The process where the mind travels inwards and observes in itself, as well as thoughts, is meditation. Thoughts can be studied and analyzed only with the help of thoughts. So, every day when we are in the process of doing our duties, we need to analyze our thoughts, see to that we are also part of this life, we are also priority, and we should also be given the importance. And there are some few tips I would like to share with you to keep yourself happy in every day. Commit doing one nice thing for yourself every day. For example, it can be walking, it can be singing, it can be dancing, or it can be painting, it can be cooking, or it can be gardening, it can be reading, or listening to dharma, or sharing positivity with others, or cleaning your own shelf, or visiting holy places. These are few examples which I was able to find out to find how you can commit yourself a small a one what you like. Doing what you like is most important than doing with the stress. Second point is, listen to yourself, listen to your inner self, see what it wants and provide accordingly. Forgive yourself. We need to know, we need to forgive ourselves first before we would go and forgive others. Because there are so many situations we come across in life. Sometimes you feel that, I am the person cause of all this, bad situation. Instead of blaming yourself or, making yourself sad, you forgive yourself for that particular situation and move forward. And we need to accept ourselves. Accept in the sense, See, in this world, there are millions and millions and billions of people. Everybody are different. Everybody are different with 14 characters, as Maharishi, he mentions. 16, differences in human. So in that way, you can't compare yourself with others because others are best in their own way. We are best in our own way. We need to analyze. There are some people who create trouble for us. The best way is after meditation, just bless them. That's the only fruit what we can give it to them as a return of their grudge on us. Prioritize your health. Your health is very, very important. Only when your physical health is really good, we are able to sit and meditate. So give time for your health. Stop skipping your meals. Eat what you like, but eat in adequate and eat when you're hungry. Breathe. In this race of life, don't forget, breathe. When you're stressed out, just breathe. Give yourself a welcoming space. Whatever happens for that particular day, because every day is different. Every day we come across positivity and negativity, but welcome yourself with the smile so that our next day is always there to face a new experience. Now get some sunlight. Whenever you feel lonely or low, just go out, breathe. These are kind of small tips which can give you a lot of enjoyment, a small moment. Finally, I would like to say, if we want to be in the state of enjoyment, the only word which can give you enjoyment is being contentment, which Maharishi says in his maneuvering your 6 temperaments. Aruguna Siramaipu. In that, he says very clearly that only when you're contentment, you are able to enjoy every moment of life. Only when you're present, you're able to enjoy every moment of life. You are in one of the, for example, we were in Alyar last week, and 2.5 days, we got a chance to spend there. When I am in Alyar, I should be, my physically and mentally, both should be in Alyar. But when I'm in Alyar, if I'm thinking about my house, which is in Bangalore, then what is the purpose of being in Alyar? So in this way, if you want to experience the present moment, if you want to enjoy the present moment, learn to live in present, practice to live in present, accept the situation, what is there in present. So as I was in Alyar, I got to meet a lot of beautiful souls. I talked to so many seniors. I talked to so many juniors. The only thing what I saw in them is the smile, the happiness, and the way they were enjoying that particular moment, because we all were there in Alyar to learn something, to be a better person, by being a better person, we take all the knowledge we are going to share with our loved and dear ones. And the best way to think how I can always enjoy the moment is always be like a child. A child is the only soul. It just forgets the cry in a moment. It just forgets the angry in a moment. It just forgets everything in a moment. So when we are old in the race of life, we have forgotten our childhoodness. We have forgot what is our habits. We have forgot what is our hobbies. We forgot how we were happy. So for being happy, doesn't matter whether I am 10 years old or 15 years old or 25 years old, or I'm 50 years old, or I'm 60 or 70. For being happy state of mind, age is just a number, but your experience when you go through in the particular state of mind is what is very, very important. Here, in this way, we can enjoy a life. And Maharishi, one of his unholy book that was published in May 1985, he gives a small quote here about wisdom should prevail over a habit. When man becomes calm through a systematic psychic practice and regulated way of living, the clouds of misconception disappear. It is realized that matter or the truth is one. So, dear friends, do live your life, live with happiness, share that happiness with others. We have got a beautiful system in our hand, that is simplified Kundalini Yoga. These three words are very, very magical. Start applying them in your life. Start sharing them with others. When somebody asks, what do you do going to yoga class? Just go, you'll do meditation, you do exercise, you come back. No. Tell them, I go to my Sky Center to learn to be happy, to learn to be contentment, to learn to be compassion. And I am there to serve for the purpose of the society, because the society has given me a lot of things which I am credit to be written. So that's why I am in Sky Center. Be proud of Sky practitioner. Be proud of your Sky system. Be proud of one of the best system which we are practicing, and in this way we can keep our state of mind happy, and we can take this journey of consciousness into the most peaceful and most wonderful way. So with this, I'm concluding my speech, and I would like to extend my thanksgiving to the World Community Service Center, who had given me this wonderful opportunity to share my views on life is short, how to enjoy it. And I would like to extend my thanks to our World Community Service Center, Karnataka Zone, in charge Dr. Dhanapati sir and Dr. Vijaya madam. And I'm always grateful to my senior, Dr. T.S. Kanni, who's always my backbone to the spiritual path. And I'm very, very thankful to all the participants who have given your rich time in knowing a little bit about the discussion what we had in Atma Sangam. Thank you, one and all. Be blessed by the divine. Be blessed by the divine. Guru Varha, Guruve Tunai.
Be blessed by the divine. Thank you very much for your valuable speech, madam. Now the time is to discuss about your thought. People who want to discuss about your thought, please raise on your hand so that we will have an interaction. Before that, we will discuss about today and tomorrow program. Today evening, 4:15 p.m. Panchapuda Navagraha meditation in Kannada language. Afterwards, 4:45 p.m. 108 times we are going to bless the world. 4:55 p.m. speech in Kannada. Sadachara Jeevanada Sutragalu by Sky Senior Professor Satyanarayana Rao will be giving the address. I request everybody to join and enjoy this session. Tomorrow morning, 5:45 a.m. we are going to do Panchapuda Navagraha meditation in Kannada language. Then 6:30 a.m. Kayakalpa Yoga and physical exercise we are going to do. I request everybody to join and get the benefit out of it. Then tomorrow afternoon, 2 o'clock, in Tamil language meditation. Afterwards, Sky Assistant Professor Srimati V. Maheshwari, she is going to give a speech about Maunatin Mainmai. I request everybody to join in that and get the benefit out of it. Same way, evening, tomorrow evening, 4:15 p.m. meditation in Kannada. Then Sky Professor Swarnamba JB, she will be giving a speech in Satya Janamamba Devalaya. On this subject, she is going to give a speech. I request everybody to join. Now, Almiramal can unmute and give her opinion.
வாழ்க வளமுடன் தேஜஸ்வனி, my
வாழ்க
dear
வளமுடன், ma'am.
dear 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 daughter, fine.
Thank
Your speech is very fine, and you describe all the things which Maharishi has to in our life. Life is short, but how it is short? You are describing all this. I'm very very happy to have a baby like you. So I appreciate you and your language and your everything. Tolerate, adjustment, sacrifice. I think that whenever the cricket people start the game, they are putting the coin just like that. Toss. I am putting the toss of our Maharishi, tolerate, adjustment, sacrifice. It is starting of our life. Toss. So thank you very much for your kind and lovely speech. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, my
Thank you.
dear.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for your wonderful encouragement, ma'am. Thank you. வாழ்க
I am
வளமுடன், ma'am.
always journey with you. I am always journey with you. Thank you.
Thank you,
Very
ma'am. Thank
happy.
you.
Mm.
Thank
Thank
you
you,
very
ma'am.
much, madam, for your encouraging speech.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Anybody want to discuss or give your opinion? Please raise on your hand. Tejaswini madam, shall we close the session?
Yes, Aya, we can close there. Thank you.
No. Thank you.
வாழ்க வளமுடன், ஐயா. Thank you for let us bless Karunakaran for this wonderful initiative and his involvement in organizing this Atma Sangama. Karunakaran ஐயா, வாழ்க வளமுடன். Karunakaran ஐயா, வாழ்க வளமுடன். Karunakaran ஐயா அவர்கள் குடும்பம் வாழ்க வளமுடன். கருணாகர் ஐயா அவர்களின் ஆன்மீக தொண்டு வாழ்க வளமுடன் ஐயா.
வாழ்க வளமுடன். மிக்க நன்றி அம்மா. Thank you very much. Now this is the time to bless the speaker. I request everybody to do Duriyam meditation. In the Duriyam, we will bless her. Today, life is short. How to enjoy? On this topic, Miss Tejaswini BL, she has given a wonderful speech. For Arul Nidhi, Sky Assistant Professor Tejaswini BL, be blessed by the divine. Her help, be blessed by the divine. Her service, be blessed by the divine. Her loving family, be blessed by the divine. All the Sky Trust in the Karnataka zone, be blessed by the divine. All the persons doing their valuable service in the Sky Trust, be blessed by the divine. The President of the World Community Service Center, Karnataka zone, be blessed by the divine. The Vice President, Smart Karnataka zone, be blessed by the divine. By the grace of the divine, all the participants may enjoy good health, long life, prosperity, wisdom, and peace. We will conclude the today program with the world peace prayer. Be blessed by the divine. வாழ்க வளமுடன்.
உலகமெல்லாம் பருவமழை ஒத்தபடி பெய்யட்டும். உழவரெல்லாம் தானியத்தை உவப்புடனே பெருக்கட்டும். பல தொழில்கள் புரிகின்ற பாட்டாளி உயரட்டும். பகுத்துணர்வில் தொகுத்துணர்வு பண்பாட்டை உயர்த்தட்டும். கலகங்கள் போட்டி பகை கடந்தாட்சி நடக்கட்டும். கல்லாமை கடன் வறுமை களங்கங்கள் மறையட்டும். நலவாழ்வை அளிக்கும் ஞான ஒளி வீசட்டும். நம் கடமை அறவாழ்வின் நாட்டத்தே சிறக்கட்டும். நம் கடமை அறவாழ்வின் நாட்டத்தே சிறக்கட்டும். நம் கடமை அறவாழ்வின் நாட்டத்தே சிறக்கட்டும். வாழ்க வையகம், வாழ்க வையகம், வாழ்க வளமுடன்.